Okay, I'm just about done removing the ice, and it took me another 15 minutes or more to finish melting some of this stuff. And as you can see, there's still some pieces in here. I'm not going to stop, obviously, until all of it's out of here. And I'm not going to just start pulling the ice out without melting it first, because these coils in here are actually kind of delicate, so you don't want to break a solder joint or cause a leak or something. By the way, there are two plugs up here that I noticed on the very top that I pulled out. One of them is for the fan, and one of them is for a light that goes behind that plate that says twin cooling. So it's not a thermostat, it's a light of some sort. Just a wire for that, okay? So again, I'm going to pause this a little bit, and when I finish getting the rest of this ice out of here, I'm going to resume, okay? Okay, so I've removed the ice off the coil, and I noticed something here, very similar to what you find on an air conditioner. There's a little drain at the very, very bottom right here. I'm not sure if you can see it. I'm going to put my finger in it. And whenever there's, I guess, condensation that drips off this coil, it's supposed to drain through this hole and, I guess, go out the bottom somehow. But what I've noticed is the water just keeps on pooling here. So if I just put a bunch of water, it would just stay pooling. And that might be the reason why it was also freezing over. And if I take my finger, I can still feel there's ice in the bottom there. So I'm gonna have to spend a little more time trying to clear that hole. I'm sure it's just ice buildup. I really doubt if it's anything more than ice. So that's what I'm gonna work on right now, and I'll be back. The hole, as you can see, is definitely filled with ice. I can put my finger in it, and the tip of my finger is cold like ice. I decided to just take some warm water and keep on throwing warm water on top, and that might help to speed up the process. Other than just letting it sit and eventually melt, I really can't think of any other way to get the ice out of there. So we're just going to wait a little longer, and I'll keep on putting, the light just powered off the refrigerator, but I'll just keep on putting water in there every couple minutes. Okay, so after several cups of hot water and sucking the hot water out, I got this wire here just to see if I can fish it through, and it was stuck continuously, and then finally it just blew right through, and as soon as I did that, all the water just drained instantaneous. So the ice has been cleared, and now what we're going to do is we're going to test the fan to make sure that when we put everything back together, we're not wasting our time, because maybe the fan is burned out, and that could have been the reason for the icing also. All right, so let's see if we can test the fan. Okay, so to test the fan, remember, first of all, the machine is technically off. It says OF, and by the way, I'm gonna just let you know, in order to turn the machine on and off without actually unplugging it, you press and hold the energy saver button and the power freeze button for like 3-4 seconds, something like that, or 5 seconds, and it automatically will shut it off. And to turn it back on, it's the same thing. You can press and hold the energy saver and the power freeze button, and it turns it back on. Okay, so going back into the fridge here, and what we're going to do is we're going to plug this thing in, and we're going to test to see if the fan goes on. But the problem is, as you know, the only way you're going to know if the fan is working is if you are inside the machine, because as soon as you open the door, if it is going, the fan's going to stop. So we're going to take the plug and put the plug back, make sure it's right, just like that. Okay, and I'm not going to worry about this power, the light button right now. Cheryl?
I see.
Okay, so I'm going to close the doors. And what we're going to do is we're going to touch both the power saver, the energy saver, and the power freeze. Okay. And I'm not a refrigerator technician, by the way. I'm just making this up as I go along. But okay, so I don't hear anything. But let me see if I open this really fast. I'm just wondering if I can catch the fan spinning. My trusty companion here is going to open the door. Ready? Go. Nope, it's not spinning. Okay, hold on. Let's try something else. Maybe I have to turn it on. Yeah, it was on. Let's see. Oh, it says 80 degrees. And let's see if this thing is spinning. Yep.